Hi, this first game is called Connect 4. And in the Connect 4 game, this particular mat works with the multiplication facts of 2 times any of these factors, 5 times any of these factors, and 10 times any of these factors, because all the products on the board are a product of 2, 5, or 10 times the other factors. So in this game, the first player that goes chooses one of the factors. So let's say the green player decided to go first. You guys rock, paper, scissors, and that person's going first. So that person would choose one of the factors. So let's say they picked 10. Now it's their turn's over because they can only move once, make one decision. And now it's the blue player's turn. The blue player chooses, let's for sake of argument, the 6. So the blue player, since the blue player picked the second factor, that person goes first. So 10 times 6 is 60, so the blue player claims that spot on the board. Now it's the green's turn. So green can move either one of these factors to choose a spot on the board. So let's say green decides to move this one down to 2. 2 times 10. And green claims the spot. Now it's blue's turn. Blue is looking at building around this area. So the blue player goes, okay, I'm going to choose 3. And that 3 times 10 is 30. And as you're making your decision, you're going back and forth between multiplication and division. What is the product divided by one of the factors, and then the factors multiplying? So you're kind of going back and forth and practicing that reciprocal nature of multiplication and division. Green player's turn, and green looks at his line and goes 3, 3. Oh, I can do 3 times 5 because that's 15, and I see that that's in my line. Now I can choose to keep building, blue player, or the blue player could choose to block. That's the choice too. You can block your partner's row. 5 times, blue player goes 9. Okay, 5 times 9, that's 45. I'll put a block in here, and that works on my other row. And you keep going back and forth until someone gets 4 in a row vertically, horizontally, or diagonally, and then that person's the winner of the game. So if you look at this is the first one, and then the second one, the factors are 0 to 10. So the combinations of different numbers increases. You can choose, so on this one, you chose one on the top row and one on the bottom row. But on the next game, you choose 1 and 1. For example, let's say the green player goes first, and the blue player chooses 3 also. So this would be 3 times 3. And then the blue player would be selecting 9 on the board. And then the green player takes a turn, and the green player can move either one, like the game before. You can move either one of the factor cards. 3 times 6, so green takes 18. And it's played the same way. You just keep playing back and forth until someone gets 4 in a row. It's the second level. And then the third game, the factors get a little bit higher. The fourth one, more factors. We added 11 and 12. And then in the fifth game, this one, we're doing fractions. So you can, instead of selecting factors to multiply, this one is changing a fraction into a decimal. When 1 is the denominator, it makes a whole number. So you can see whole numbers on the board. When 10 is the denominator, we have build a number that's in the 10th place, like you see here. And when 100 is the denominator, it builds 100th. These are tenths, and that's the 100th place there. So in this version of the game, you're choosing one of these 3, and then any one of those on top to convert the fraction into a decimal to play 4 in a row. And this is still a Connect 4 game, but the content is different. And then this next one, and the one behind it, is reducing fractions. So you're choosing a numerator and a denominator and a simplified form of that fraction above. For example, if green and, let's say you were on 3/6, 3/6 is the same as 1/2, because 3 out of 6 parts is 1/2. So these are the simplified versions of fractions that you can